First Being A Wallflower, it started in college, and I was writing my very first book. I had no training in it, in fiction. It was just something that I really wanted to try to write a book. And that book, my senior year of college, was not very good. But at one point, the young man in the story said, I guess that's one of the perks of being a wallflower. And I wrote that line, and I stopped. It came out of nowhere, and I thought, that's a beautiful title, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. But the kid I was writing was this angry kid, and it wasn't very good because I'm not a very angry guy. And so I shelved it completely. But then the title just stuck in my head. And for years I thought about the title. I thought about this young man and his two older friends and this tunnel that goes to Pittsburgh and his aunts and all these things that matter to me. And I tried it so many times, and everybody here I know, we're all writers, we all struggle with this. I tried it as a book. It doesn't really work. I don't have the voice. I tried it as a screenplay. It's not, it's too hard. I don't really know what I'm trying to do. And then years go by, and you're like, am I ever going to figure out how to do this? Yeah. And then one day I had this, I went through a very bad breakup, and it was like, you know, we all have these very dramatic moments in our lives, thank God. It keeps them interesting. And I felt like I was either going to write something, or I was going to go a little crazy. And I sat down, I'll never forget, it was a Saturday morning, and I sat down and I just wrote, dear friend, I am writing to you because she said that you listened. And that voice and that young man just poured out of me. Right. Now, what made it great, and let's go back to your thing about outlining. It's kind of a combination of what happened. So while I was thinking about The First Being A Wallflower, over here, I was also thinking about another idea for another book called Letters from a Friend. And what I was going to do was write a book based entirely of letters, and I will have claimed, like there was a little bit of razzle-dazzle, I was going to claim that some young person found me in a phone book and just have been writing me letters for like 10 years. And these are the best of the best. And I was sharing them because I wanted people to have them. And when I realized on that Saturday morning was that this kid was this kid. But he wasn't writing to me, he was writing out there. And once I had that, I had the conduit, and then it was, I can never say that writing that book was easy because it was not easy. It certainly wasn't easy emotionally for me. But we all know that moment when it goes click, and that your substance is your style. And the character is the way they speak. And it's just magic.